Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Carl Jung. You ever wondered why some words, simple, almost innocent, seem to have a hypnotic effect, making someone think about you for hours on end, as if you had an invisible power to capture their mind? There is a secret hidden deep within Carl Jung's profound psychology, a force ancestral that, when understood and used authentically, can transform a simple interaction into a memorable connection. You might be thinking, is this manipulation? Not at all. It's about a deep understanding of the human mind, the collective unconscious, archetypes that shape how we love and relate. Let me start with a quote from Jung that summarizes this idea in a deep and revealing way. Your vision follows your highest priority. This statement reveals that what you focus on, your words, your intentions, shapes your reality, especially when it comes to relationships. And that's where the power of a few key words comes into play. Words that carry subconscious significance, activated by your sincere intention. These words aren't tricks or emotional manipulation. They're bridges connecting your inner world to the invisible realm of a man's subconscious, and when used with purpose, they evoke an emotional response that can last a lifetime. Let's think of a story. Imagine a woman who constantly wonders if the man she likes is truly thinking of her. She tries everything, endless messages, exaggerated compliments, conversations that seem to fall flat. But something still feels missing. What she doesn't realize is that what really touches a man's soul is a certain symbolic connection. A word that triggers a memory, a feeling that vibrates deeply inside his psyche, like a melody never leaving his mind. And that melody is created by words charged with deep meaning, words that go beyond simple logic. Why does this work? According to Jung, our minds aren't just logical. They operate primarily through images, symbols, emotions, and archetypes. When words are chosen carefully, they activate these internal symbols and connect the conscious thoughts with ancient memories stored in our collective unconscious. These connections create a sense of you are different from anyone else. It's these connections that are burned into emotional memory, that make a man think about you, fixate on your face, and refuse to forget you. And here's a powerful idea. It's not manipulation. It's conscious influence. You're not tricking anyone. You're accessing an unseen part of their mind to generate emotional resonance. It's an art of communication, a delicate dance between your intention, your energy, your language, and the emotional bond you want to create. To use this strategy effectively, first, you need to understand one fundamental thing. Jung teaches us that language shapes our reality because it reflects what's inside. When you choose your words consciously, you can guide him into familiar archetypes, images, and deepest emotions you want to evoke. Remember, archetypes are universal patterns of behavior rooted in the collective psyche, and they activate specific desires and feelings we all share on some level. Now, think about what message you want to send to his heart. That you understand, that you value a real connection, and that you want something lasting. Or are you just looking for a fleeting moment? Your answer will determine which words to use. But be careful. These words only hold power if spoken with the right intention. Saying them with insecurity or neediness cancels the magic, because Jung said that the subconscious responds more to emotions than to the words themselves. So, it's the essence behind what you say that truly creates impact. For that effect to happen, you must connect deeply with your own intention. Feel confident, genuine, authentic. When words come from this place, a heart open and sure, they activate that invisible fabric of connection in his subconscious. And the 3 words? I won't reveal them just yet, but know that they have the ability to activate the archetype of the lover, the ideal partner, or a sense of possession and longing. These words create not just desire, but a kind of obsession, positive obsession, longing, and imagination, making him want to think about you all day long. So if you want him to think about you constantly, start by understanding the power of your own inner universe, your energy, and how you use words. Begin to see that what you say is a seed planted in his mind, an image that can blossom into sustainable emotions. And for that to work, timing, energy, and intent are everything. It's not about repeating a phrase mechanically. It's about syncing your heart, voice, and presence with what you want to create. Now ask yourself, how do you want him to see you? How do you want him to feel when he's with you? These questions will guide you in choosing the right words and the right energy to accompany each one. Before I reveal these 3 specific words and how to use them, I want you to know that the foundation is your authenticity. There's no magic in manipulation, there's real power in genuine connection. Jung showed us that by tapping into the unconscious, we can build invisible bridges that connect souls and create love stories that last beyond time. If you've made it this far, here's my invitation. Observe your conversations, your intentions, your emotions. Prepare to learn the deepest secrets of the subconscious mind. But first and foremost, remember that the key lies in the fact that there is something deeper, invisible, controlling his thoughts and feelings. And you have the power to access it, decode it, and use it for your benefit. Let's go. Are you ready to move forward? Then stay with me, because the journey into your subconscious begins now. Now that you understand the profound power of words and how they tap into the collective unconscious, it's time to reveal the 3 magic words that can make a man think about you all day long. Remember, these words are not just superficial phrases. They are symbols that awaken archetypes, trigger emotional responses, and create lasting mental impressions. But before you learn what they are and how to use them, you need to grasp that their true power depends on your energy, timing, and intention. You see, words alone are not enough. They become magical only when spoken from a place of authenticity, confidence, and purpose. Jung emphasized that the unconscious responds strongly to emotional resonance, so it's your inner state that will turn these words into emotional triggers. Imagine you're in a natural, flowing conversation with a man you like. The environment is relaxed. You've built a subtle connection through shared interests, eye contact, and genuine listening. Now, at just the right moment, you softly say these words. This is where the magic happens. The first factor is timing. You shouldn't rush to use these words at the start, when chemistry isn't yet established, or when the energy feels tense. Instead, wait for a natural pause. When your conversation feels connected and comfortable, when the moment feels authentic, when there's some shared laughter or vulnerability, then you introduce the phrase. Because, according to Jung, meaningful coincidences, what he called synchronicity, occur when conditions align. Your job is to align your energy and timing so that the phrase lands in the right time and space, creating that deep impact. The second factor is energy. Say the words with calm confidence, with a gentle smile, and sustained eye contact. Your tone should be relaxed, not eager or desperate. When you communicate from a place of certainty, knowing your worth, you activate that archetype of the self-assured woman inside him. Remember, the subconscious can sense your true state. If you're nervous or insecure, the words lose their effect. When you feel secure and genuine, your words resonate on a subconscious level, triggering associations with trust, safety, and attraction. The third factor, the secret weapon, is intention. Your words will be most powerful when they're aligned with what you truly want, not what you think you should say or what others expect. If your intention is to genuinely build a connection, to make him feel seen and appreciated, then your words will carry that authenticity. Jung believed that when our statements are rooted in authenticity, they activate deeper layers of the psyche, evoking instinctive responses. Now, let's look at how each of these 3 words can be used powerfully. Remember, I won't reveal them all at once. It's best to understand their meaning, symbolism, and proper contextual use. Word 1. You and I. This phrase isn't just a casual expression. It's a potent symbol of unity, of merging 2 separate worlds into one shared experience. When you say you and I, you're visualizing a future, an emotional projection where both of you are already connected, already sharing something special. It's a subtle way to bypass the logical mind and speak directly to the subconscious desire for partnership, activating archetypes of the lover, the soulmate, the partner. Using you and I in conversation places the focus on a shared journey. For example, instead of saying, we should go out sometime, saying, you and I could have an amazing connection, or you and I should experience this together, transforms a tentative suggestion into a confident statement of mutual possibility. It's not asking for approval, it's affirming that this connection already exists internally. The key is in your delivery. Say it calmly, with a gentle smile, and unshakable eye contact. When spoken with conviction and authenticity, it creates a visual image in his subconscious. A scene of togetherness that he begins to imagine himself being part of. It's a symbol that awakens yearning for partnership, companionship, and intimacy. Word 2. Imagine us. This phrase taps directly into the power of visualization. Jung knew that the mind responds strongly to images. When you say, imagine us, you're inviting him to picture a scene, your future together, an intimate moment, or a shared experience. It's a mental trigger, a symbol that activates the archetype of belonging and affection. For example, imagine us walking in that park, or imagine us having an unforgettable night, sets a scene in his mind. It's not a demand or a question, but an invitation for him to create vivid mental images. When he visualizes a moment with you, that mental picture becomes emotionally charged and stored in his subconscious, making you unforgettable. The timing here is crucial. Use it when the conversation is light, playful, and full of genuine connection. Say it softly, with a warm tone, and maintain eye contact. Your authentic intent should be to inspire him to imagine scenarios where he is with you, drawing him into your shared emotional universe. Word 3. Let's. This one is even more powerful. It's a phrase of action, a declaration of partnership. Let's insinuates that the future is in your hands, that you're a confident woman who knows what she wants and is willing to take the lead. It also bypasses hesitation, creating a shared sense of agency. For instance, let's explore this adventure together, or let's see where this connection takes us. When spoken confidently, with a calm voice and an empowering posture, let's activates the archetype of the leader, the partner who can inspire action and evoke feelings of safety and excitement. The energy you put into let's communicates your desire to build something real, something mutual. It also sets a clear intention, a shared journey, inviting him to join you rather than waiting for him to ask. Now, how do you incorporate these words naturally into your conversation? First, be patient. Don't try to force these words into every sentence. Let the conversation flow and wait for the right moment, when emotional tension is high, when the energy feels connected. Remember, the goal isn't to deliver a speech, but to plant a seed in his subconscious. Second, embody confidence. Stand tall, maintain eye contact, breathe slowly, speak softly but clearly. Your body language must align with your words. When your whole being shows certainty and authentic interest, those words become magnets. Third, be authentic. Use your own voice, your own expressions, and always speak from the heart. Jung believed that true influence comes from genuine sincerity. Don't fake desire or enthusiasm. Let those emotions emerge naturally from your inner conviction. Finally, trust the process. Sometimes your words won't spark an immediate reaction. That's okay. The subconscious remembers, even if the conscious mind doesn't notice right away. Your true influence is subtle but persistent, building over time in his mind and heart. In summary, timing, energy, intention, that's the secret behind these simple but powerful words. And use them with presence, confidence, and genuine desire. And watch how his mind begins to work in your favor. Thinking about you, imagining you, longing for you. Next, I'll reveal the third step, how to craft your overall vibe so these words work even better, and how to avoid common mistakes that can kill their effect. But for now, focus on practicing your calm confidence when saying them, and observe how he responds. Remember, in the realm of the subconscious, influence is subtle, but unstoppable when done with integrity. When you master this art, you won't just be memorable, you'll be unforgettable. Now that you know the three key words and how to use them with intention, energy, and timing, it's time to understand exactly how to integrate them into your daily communication, elevating your presence and influence in a natural and authentic way. These words have unique power, but their impact depends on how, when, and why you choose them. First, I want you to understand that timing makes all the difference. If you use these words excessively or at the wrong time, they lose their magic and can even scare your partner. Jung taught that the strongest influence happens when there is synchronicity, an almost mystical connection of timing, energy, and purpose. So be observant, notice the rhythm of the conversation, his emotional state, and let the words come to you spontaneously, like seeds that germinate at the right time. Another important tip is to keep your energy high, but without forcing it. The truth is that the subconscious detects dissonances when it seems that the message is not true, or that you are faking something. When you speak calmly, confidently, and with a genuine smile, the feeling you convey is one of security, of a woman who knows what she wants and does not need validation. This attitude awakens feelings of admiration and lasting interest in him. Let's talk about common mistakes that can weaken the effect of these words and how to avoid them. Using words mechanically or repetitively. If you always say words the same way, they lose their effect. Your subconscious senses the lack of authenticity and the effect disappears. Make each use a special opportunity by including a small change in your facial expression, your posture, or the context of the conversation. Speaking without emotional connection. If you say the words without feeling what you are saying, the effect will be weak. Jung pointed out that all true communication arises from a genuine connection with our emotions. So before you speak, connect with your desire to create something special. Send that intention to the universe and to your subconscious. Not paying attention to your body language. Your body speaks louder than your voice. Pay attention to your posture, breathing, looks, and gestures. Smiling, maintaining an open posture, and making slow eye contact reinforces the message of security and desire. Forcing the moment or appearing desperate, nothing kills energy more than appearing anxious or desperate for something to happen. Confidence comes from being relaxed, from being interested, but not forcing the situation. The bottom line here is, I'm open, I'm confident, and this connection happens naturally. Focusing too much on his reaction. If you pay too much attention to his response, you may end up conveying insecurity, even if you consciously try to appear confident. The key is to continue your conversation, your energy, as normal. Trust your silent influence and let the subconscious effect do its work. Now, let's talk about the final energy, the one that enhances absolutely everything. When you use these words, your energy should be one of lightness, confidence, and sincerity. Think of it this way. You are a woman who knows her worth and knows exactly what she wants. This inner posture automatically makes your words more charged with true meaning. When your vocal and body posture are aligned with this state, there will be an irresistible attractiveness. Imagine yourself speaking calmly to the man you like, thinking that the connection between you is inevitable, as if you were simply confirming what he already feels or planting the seed of desire. This emotional authenticity makes all the difference. Because a man's subconscious reacts much more to what you feel than to the words themselves. You don't want to convince him with a memorized speech. You want to create an atmosphere where he feels naturally attracted, wanting to be closer, thinking about you throughout the day. Finally, I want to leave you with a message of hope and empowerment. These words, when used sincerely, are not tricks or manipulative strategies. They are powerful tools that, when aligned with your authenticity, activate universal archetypes of connection, love, and desire. Jung said that the collective unconscious stores symbols that represent our deepest emotions. By speaking intentionally about these symbols, you access an ancient force capable of creating lasting bonds. Remember also, true power lies in your consciousness. It is your aligned interior, your elevated energy, your full presence that makes these words become true chords of emotional connection. When you act in this way, you not only influence others, but you also become a more confident, self-assured woman who knows that her value does not depend on external guarantees. So, practice. Be present in the moment you are communicating. Feel the power of your intention. Use these 3 words calmly, harmoniously, and authentically. And above all, trust in your potential to create connections that will last because they come from your true self. In conclusion, I want to leave you with one last thought. Emotional isolation is the biggest trap that prevents any true connection. But when you use words loaded with intention, connect your soul with the other person, and do so with self-love, you become a magnetic force, naturally desired, irresistible. This is the true essence of a relationship, an authentic exchange, a movement from soul to soul. If you put these concepts into practice, you will see that it will no longer be a matter of making someone think about you. It will be a matter of letting your energy do the work, of activating the fascination and desire deeply embedded in the male psyche. You will be that woman who does not need to shout to be heard, because she already knows that her voice and her silence awakens emotions that no other can reach. If you liked this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like it, share it with anyone who needs to learn how to use the language of the heart, and leave your questions or experiences in the comments. My wish is that you awaken all this inner power and begin to create truly transformative relationships. Get ready for a new phase in your love life. The next step is in your hands. Because the secret to making someone think about you all day long is not just in the words, but in the universe of emotions and symbols they carry, and that only you can use with truth and passion.